Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm reading today for Libra energy and you're being guarded, I want to say. I feel like being guarded, but you've got all these raised swords, so I feel like there is communication. You are preparing to take action. But I'm really finding it hard to I don't know if somebody's trying to get information out of you and you're being very, very like lips are sealed, or I don't know what it is, but I'm really struggling to get a hold of like any information about you other than it feels like the way it's coming through, and it's really funny to me, it's making me laugh, is like it's like, and now you may have children, you may not, but like the way that it was given to me was like somebody's seeing a different side of you. So for example, it's like the Empress, these are both your cards in the tarot, so I've intentionally pulled these out. So the Empress and the Justice card is like, the way I'm seeing it today is like mum sat at home smiling away, maybe she's got a glass of wine in her hand, chatting with her friends. It's like the side that you see of your own mum, right? The side that you see at home, that lovely smiley woman who used to make you peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and like, cut them into the shape of love hearts, like, and again, I don't know what your relationship was like with your own mother. I don't know if you're a mother and what your relationship is like with your children. Doesn't have to be mother, right? It's you, Libra, in some sort of capacity, right? Those who are familiar with you and see like the day-to-day Libra, like the nice, smiley, happy, friendly, sociable Libra. But then it's like somebody witnessing you in a different role, right? Or just seeing a different side of you. And the way it's coming through is like that nice lady who used to make you peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, like seeing them at work. But actually, do you know what? Your mum is like a cop, or your mum is a lawyer, or your mum is like in the military, right? It's like they are badass. And it's like suddenly seeing, like maybe this, maybe to her own children, like, or, maybe to her friends, to her family, her own loved ones in her kind of like family life. This person's a complete pushover, right? Like, those that she loves, like she'll go to the ends of the earth for, that kind of energy. Like, you want an extra peanut butter jelly sandwich, I'll give you an extra peanut butter jelly sandwich. But then it's like suddenly like no more, like the rules, like putting your foot down energy, right? Like suddenly going from this kind of happy smiley Libra to this authoritative, I'm the boss, you're gonna do as I say, right? This, like laying down the law, like this is how it is. So it's making me laugh, because it's like, and just kind of seeing like the shock of like this child's face, like watching his mum kind of like run out into the field or like arrest somebody and like grapple with them, or like stand there. Coincidentally, I think Judge Judy, I always say Judge Judy is like Libra energy as the Justice card, and I think she is actually a Libra, so I got really excited about that. And if you've ever watched Judge Judy, that she's terrifying, right? The how analytical she is, how she controls her courtroom, like that she holds so much authority in her manner, in her intelligence. And then she always talks about at home though, she's like, oh yeah, I was out with the grandkids, and it's that kind of energy. It's like you're not a one-sided person, you're a multifaceted person. And I always say this about Libra, right? I always say that you're like, your soul is like a diamond. You are multifaceted. Yes, you can show one side of your personality, but you're not hiding anything, right? You can see right through. So even though, yes, you may play different roles, you may have a different front-facing persona, depending on what the environment is, right? At home, at work, that kind of thing. It's like you're still the same person. That's what the message is coming through there. Also Glitterball by Taylor Swift. I don't think I've written it down, so I'm just going to make a note of it now. Glitterball. It's like I can be what you want me to be kind of thing. But you are that chameleon energy. You are multifaceted. You are adaptable. You're very pliable, and that's a brilliant thing about Libra. But people see this and they underestimate you because you're actually a cardinal sign, right? So what songs have I got for you here? I've got How Does Your Power Grow? So as I sat down to like initially kind of feel around in your energy, I heard How Does Your Power Grow? So it's like that. How does your garden grow, right? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. But how does your power grow? So it sounds like a nursery rhyme or like a fairy tale type thing, but it's your power growing, which is interesting. I heard unpossessable. So unpossessable, maybe you can't be possessed by demons. I don't know. But it feels like you can't be you can't be contained, you can't be put in your place. It's like nobody puts Libra in the corner, right? It's like you uh, you own the room. So it's that kind of energy. Do you see what I mean? It's like, if you don't agree with the rules, because you're very, very intelligent, very analytical, you've got a real sense of like justice and honor. So if you think the rules are unfair, you are going to challenge those rules, right? You're not going to just sit there and kind of do what you're told. You're going to be like, well, why is that the rule? Like, is there not a better way to do it? Like, why are we doing it this way when we could be doing it this way? So you're a challenger energy this week. Also getting something about like leisure and work, and Marilyn Monroe leisure. Oh, there was an interview that I heard, where she was talking about, she was a leisurely person. Like she works really hard, but she likes to have a lie-in in the morning, so she starts work at 10 and all this kind of stuff. But it's funny because it could be that some of you are watching that TV show Blonde, the movie Blonde on Netflix. I have watched it myself. I have thoughts. But like Legally Blonde as well, like you have, that is your energy all over Libra, that kind of like, bubbly persona, agreeable, friendly, but then you know what, you've got that courtroom attitude of like, I don't know, it's like the other side of you, right? So people may underestimate you, they may underestimate your intelligence. Maybe you are blonde, but it's like you are intelligent, and it's like, do you know what, and that's why I put Marilyn Monroe as well. She's a Gemini, I think, but it's the same energy of like, let them underestimate me. You know what, if they want me to be the dumb blonde, I'll be the dumb blonde until I get what I want, right? It's that kind of energy. It's very clever. People may see it as a little bit manipulative, but I think you're just kind of playing the game of life in some sort of way. I've got I Ain't No Candle in the Wind. Again, that ties in with Marilyn Monroe, obviously, Candle in the Wind, Diana as well, Princess Diana. People, she had that same character. Was she Cancer, I want to say, but she had that set of Pisces, maybe. She had that same character of being like girly and soft and interested in clothes and things like that, but she was also incredibly intelligent and incredibly empowered, and she used to go and like walk minefields and things like that to raise awareness. So she'd go to war zones. She was not a person who was small and afraid, and she was not a person to follow the rules either. So you carry in that kind of quality to you in your reading today, or you are dealing with somebody who's like that. Yeah, you mistook my kindness for weakness. Yeah, it's like people should underestimate you at their peril, right? Don't take Libra's kindness for weakness. Big mistake, huge mistake. Not so dumb blonde. Yeah, not so dumb blonde. Where have I got that quote from? I've wrote it down like it's a quote, but I don't know where I've got it from. Might be Marilyn Monroe. She's got an interview as well where she's talking about how, if somebody's blonde and they're in quite good shape, people like think that they're stupid. So and that's the thing about that movie as well, Blonde, they make her out to be very much, I mean, they do hint at her being an intelligent person, but she doesn't have any power in that movie. It's very much, I think it's kind of like a Hitchcockian style, like they've gone for a certain art style, but in doing so, they've taken a huge amount of artistic liberties where, they've not told a huge part of her true story, and then they've kind of elaborated on things that were not necessarily true to create a certain style of movie, a certain genre. It's kind of a little bit horror. So obviously people are really upset about it because it's not doing Marilyn Monroe self justice. Because if you just watch clips of her, especially in her movies as well, she's a Gemini. Like, she's not going to be stupid, right? But she's being what people want her to be to gain power. So she's intelligent, right? So I don't know, there's something about that. And then I'm reading Wuthering Heights as well. I don't know why I'm so stuttered. Maybe somebody talks in this kind of stuttered way. I'm reading Wuthering Heights as well. And in the introduction, Charlotte Bronte, who's Emily Bronte's older sister, said about her, she was stronger than a man, simpler than a child. Her nature stood alone. And I like it. And I thought I'd bring it into your reading today because, again, it's kind of what I'm picking up on. Stronger than a man, right? And again, I don't know what your gender is, so take it or leave it. Just Libras generally, you are strong, but you have this simple childlike, because you have like literally the child card came out, like you have this childlike persona, perhaps, you know, like Marilyn Monroe as well. She had a kind of like a babiness about her. Like maybe you've got Pisces in your chart, it has that kind of quality of like Pisces come rescue me, damsel in distress. But yeah, it's like you're just playing that part because that's what people are expecting of you, something like that. And then this thing, you seem to be, I don't know if you've got yourself angry about something, because you have this thing about being up out of your chair here. Because I pulled these cards intentionally, these two, because I wanted to channel Libra energy. But then when I was kind of prepping for the reading and things like this, other cards came out. And then what really shocked me was that this card came out, and it's the Justice card, and it's like reinforcing this part of you, right? Reinforcing yourself, this part of yourself that stands for truth and justice and honor and doing the right thing and bringing things into the light and all this kind of stuff. So it's almost as though, you know, you're sat there on your chair, you're weighing things up, you're listening to both sides, but then like that sword is raised, you are communicating, you are taking action, you are not holding back here. And then it's like rising from your seat as this kind of like warrior woman energy. And I want to say, because this came out behind you, and then the Justice card, this veil behind her actually protects privacy in a courtroom. So it's like you're protecting the privacy of this character. Now, I don't know if it's like protecting your own privacy in terms of your own sexual desires, your own femininity, your own needs. Again, if I'm saying feminine, just know that I'm not necessarily talking about sex or gender. I'm talking about energy. So flip it and reverse it if needs be. But it's like protecting that part of yourself that's kind of like empowered and lusty, or it's like this part of yourself is coming out to fuel the action that you're about to take. It really has like the energy of like standing up suddenly out of your seat and maybe even like sending things flying. It's like, I don't know, it's almost like I'm seeing like the leaves were in her, like they were on her. Like maybe you've been sat still for a long time, and then it's like you stand up to kind of like say your piece or reach your verdict, but it's like all the crumbs, you know, have you ever like at like pastry and you get crumbs in your lap? It's like everything suddenly goes flying. And I've seen that here as well with this, right? It's like when you stand up and like you shake your skirt, it's like it's got that kind of energy to it. So it's like you sudden movement, like suddenly speaking your truth, suddenly taking action, suddenly you know, putting the rules down, something like that. But I feel like you're maybe also protecting this person who could be a younger person, like a teenager, with you having like the child card here as well and the Knight of Wands. They could be specifically female, but again, it doesn't have to be, but it's coming through as a female, like a female teenager, or you yourself when you were younger, when you were a teenager. You had Teenage WHORE by Hole, which played this morning. But it's like you are even seeking justice for something that happened to you when you were younger. So it's like maybe somebody, and I don't like to bring this into a reading, but maybe somebody was taken advantage of. Maybe there was some SA. I had a very specific vision and dream, which was not pleasant, but I'm not going to bring that into the reading right now. But again, it could be not even your energy personally. It could be something that's happening collectively in like the legal system. You know, we could be seeing something in the news this week about SA, particularly around younger people, and you know, a court getting involved. So touchy subject there that I'm going to kind of back away from. But then you've got this, like the crow's the child, the table. Now again, the child indicates either a literal child or a part of yourself that's very sweet and innocent. Again, it could be a part of you because you have that quote, stronger than a man, simpler than a child. So it could be the sweet, simple part of yourself, right? One of those facets of your personality. So take it as it resonates. But it's like there's a discussion happening, because the table represents to me like, you know, like Knights of the Round Table, or, you know, military strategy, when you have like the table where you're making the plans, or like if you're watching like House of the Dragon, you know, the big table where the king sits to have those discussions with his advisors. So the table is like the discussion ground, right? it indicates that there's a strategy happening, that there's a discussion happening, that there's something like a formal discussion. So it's like there could be some kind of formal discussion happening about a child, like but there's worries and concerns. The crows are messages from spirit, but they're also kind of like a sign. So it's kind of like crows to me are like a manifestation of our own um like subconscious. So it's like something, maybe something in your subconscious manifesting about a discussion about a child, maybe around a table. Also, you could be sat at a table with a child. It could be something as simple as that, sat at a table with a child next to you, listening to this reading, looking at crows in your garden, right? It could be something really, really simple, or it could be symbolic. So take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I really want to say, because these cards all came out kind of on their own as well. I didn't pick these cards. And you've got the Magician's Sword again, confidence in your magic. And your magic really is this sword of truth, Libra. You wield the sword of truth as the Justice card, as the Queen of Swords in the tarot. Like your voice, right? Your freedom of speech, your right to express your opinions, your right to demand answers and demand information. Like all these like human rights that you have are in your power. So you could be using your human rights, right? You could be maybe it's something that happened with a kid at school and you're going in. I've done this myself where I've gone in like full on, like the Human Rights Act says these are my child's human rights, you know, this, you're not in accordance with those. Like I've gone in like full legal, like full legally blonde into situations where, you know, my children are concerned. And you do have this energy of like hell hath no fury, like a woman protecting her child, you know, like you are, if that's the circumstance, if that's what's happening, you know, woe betide anyone who's upset you, because you're gonna go full Karen. So yeah, Queen of Swords and Magician's Sword. Confidence in your magic. Have confidence in your own power to communicate, the strength of your words, your intelligence, your right to use these. You know, have faith in that. There's something here with the caterpillar and the netcaster where it's like coming through it a little bit like a spider web and a fly caught in a spider web. On the one hand, it's coming through caterpillar opportunity. Now you have Jupiter here. Jupiter is, if Jupiter is on your side, if the planet is doing something in your chart, Jupiter is a planet of opportunity. It's expansion, it's opportunity, it's good luck. So like, you know, you have good luck around you at the moment, you know, conditions are favorable for whatever you want to do. If there's opportunities, now is the time to go for them. But you have this like uncurling quality, or again, it's like you're being witnessed by someone. It's like you know, the part of you that's, you know, ruled by Venus as well. And remember, Venus is not a woman, she's a goddess, and there's a difference in Greek Roman mythology. You know, the law doesn't apply to goddesses. You know, the traditions that apply to women do not apply to goddesses. And, you know, so bring out your inner goddess, Libra. I'm not saying break the law, but challenge the law if the law is not fit for purpose, you know. Again, you're in your human right to do so. And a good leader, a good political system, a good community gives room to freedom of speech and freedom of opinion, because a good leader will listen to the needs and the voice of their people, because it keeps them in power in a way where it's not tyrannical, right? It's if you ever think of like working for different bosses, have you ever worked for a boss who just doesn't want to hear and they just shut you down and like just get on with it? Like you get resentful, right? You get resentful, and then there's no loyalty there to that boss. Or if you have a boss who's like you know, even if they're like, I'm busy right now, but I'll arrange a meeting for next Tuesday. We'll sit down, we'll talk about it. I want to hear your ideas. If you have somebody who's open like that, and like, yeah, they may not be able to do anything, but at least they've listened, you're going to be a lot more loyal to that boss, right? You're going to want to work hard for that boss, not the boss who's like, just do your job, right? So it's like a good leader always will do it. And again, the Empress is a leader, and the Empress leads with that kind of like kind heart, with that open ear. You know, she listens to the feedback of people. She enters into discussion. This is why people are so loyal to her. And there's something there about like blood on a dress. It's coming through as like blood on a dress now, though. So it's like, don't forget she's a warrior, though. Don't mistake her. Again, don't take her kindness for weakness. Don't think that this woman is a mere mortal woman. She's a goddess, right? Or she's a representative of goddess on earth, you know, representative of Venus energy. So again, that kind of, don't mistake my kindness for weakness, coming back up. But yeah, it's showing to me, it's almost like sitting there looking pretty, right? Sitting there like the cat that's got the cream kind of thing, on your comfortable chair, you know, makeup done, hair done, feeling really good about yourself, right? But then like, and maybe this is the side, maybe this is like where people mistook your, you know, they didn't see your power growing until it was too late, kind of thing. Because it's like, I'm seeing you as unfurling, right? Coming out of that. And it's almost like, it's almost got this surreal quality to it. Like, the way that it's coming through for me is like somebody's witnessing you do this. Somebody's witnessing you rising from your chair, really like coming into that goddess energy, into that full power. And like, it's almost like, because of getting this surreal quality to it, it's almost like this person's just sat in the chair watching this happen. Again, it could be your own child. You know, you suddenly get angry and tell someone off, but you rise from your chair and you do it with such authority, you know, and it's so dramatic, as though you're kind of like in the center of a Shakespeare play, you know, coming in with that emperor or empress energy of like, you shall listen to what I have to say while I do my soliloquy. It's like the kid is just like shocked, like it's like you've unfurled. Does that make any sense? And look at the kind of purpley colors that are around these two cards. So then it's like with this like netcaster, preparations come to fruition. Again, you could have been preparing for something for a long time, right? You could have been sat there waiting for some kind of opportunity, maybe an opportunity to speak your truth in some sort of way. With Jupiter there as well, preparations come to fruition, opportunity. It's like that opportunity comes around and you take it. Maybe surprising everybody with the Knight of Wands. It could be quite sudden. Knight of Wands, and kind of like, I'm getting kind of like Knight of Swords as well, even though it's not actually here. But it's like, you know, something that you're actually very passionate about. So when the opportunity comes and you take it, everybody's quite shocked at how you step into your own power. Netcaster though, if anyone's trying to trap you in any way, if anyone's trying to kind of wrap you up like a fly in a net, I want to say, with all this sword business, again, the Queen of Swords fell out as I was getting those cards ready. Like, it's just really, really, really kind of emphasizing and kind of repeating your power, Libra, as the Queen of Swords, as justice, as the, you know, carrying that magician's sword, the sword of Michael, right, sword of truth, being the Empress. It's really, really, it's just saying, remember who you are, Libra. Remember who you are. Remember to stand in your power. And again, it could be something that prompts you to do this, because it's like, because with the Knight of Wands is almost impulsive. Again, I'm kind of getting like, you know, sat in your chair and then standing up suddenly. So it's like, it could be a sudden, again, it could be with the net, it could be like some kind of legalities or rules or red tape, and you get up and just cut right through it. I'm hearing like a knife through butter. It's funny because I was going to swipe and then I did it really slowly, and it just has the energy of like, you know, like a really sharp knife that's just like, whoosh. It's like you do it like, but that's the thing, like with this goddess energy, it's like, it's gentle as well. It's really interesting. It's just like, no, we'll have none of that. You know, these are not the druids you're looking for. It's like that kind of energy, like power, but gentle with it. And then there's all these things. I don't know, it could be you as well. Like, it could be you could have cast out your net, right? You could have, maybe it's like applying for jobs, right? You cast your net wide, or you've could be your psychic ability. It could be something about where you've been gathering information. Again, with that kind of Justice, Queen of Swords, it's almost like hearing everybody out, right? Hearing everybody's side of the story and then reaching your judgment. So I don't know, you could be doing something on the internet as well. Netcaster is internet. But yeah, you seem like you are in a very good energy. I just don't know what you're dealing with, and I think you're going to really surprise some people because I think you've been underestimated, right? It's like, oh, Libra, yeah, they're the one that likes doing the makeup, and you're like, yeah, I do my makeup, but it's basically my war paint. You didn't understand. But yeah, interesting. Right, I'm gonna put these cards away, have a little sip of my coffee here, and we'll do a reading on camera for you. I've actually got to pick a card reading. I'm just debating whether I'm going to put it up or not. It's for the full moon in Aries. And pile number 2, if you're interested, it was carrying a very, very similar energy to you. And again, it had this kind of legal side to it. And I just got to the line. I was thinking Marin's apartment complex, and it's like, maybe I can save you from your sins. And that was relevant as well. So if I do put up that pick a card reading and you're interested, go and check out pile 2. Could be more information for you, but I can't remember the details of it, to be honest. I kind of need to rewatch it myself. Right, okay. Oh, hang on, I need to get that Queen of Swords back out. Because she lives... Oh, why she flipped in the reverse. Just be careful, don't get harsh with your words. That's kind of like when Libra goes bitchy. Or too cold or too ruthless. So just be wary about, doing it softly, doing it with authority, doing it with that kind of like Jedi quality. Hold on. Sorry, my daughter doing logistics there. Just to note, the Queen of Pentacles was on the underlying when I picked it up, and I've already shuffled, and she's back on the underlying. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or again, it could just be your nurturing side, right? The side of you that's kind of like motherly at home, making those like I'm hearing cheese sandwiches now. So it could just be indicating that. But I wanted to mention it because it's been there twice. It's also a card about prosperity, about wealth. Okay, I'm just going to get you a song on camera. So, just emptying my head. Hold on. Emptying my head. I'm doing the whole blonde thing, which reminds me actually, before I do that, be wary of the people who want you to be done blonde, who want you to be powerless. Just again, there's a lot of criticism about that movie where it's like, who is this movie for? It's not really for Marilyn. It's kind of... I don't want to say the words because it'll mean my video gets hidden, but it begins with T, and then it's a word that sounds like prawn, T prawn, which is a accusation leveled at that movie, which I don't think is unfounded. It's definitely an opinion about that movie. Again, I think it's kind of like, because it harkens back to, like Hitchcock movies, and I don't know, but just be wary about the people who want women to be victims and don't see the empowered side of them. Okay, so oh, you're unbelievable. What's that? You burden me with your questions. You'd have me tell no lies. Whoa, Libra. You'd have them tell no lies, hey? Like, it's like, give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Yeah, I'm going to put that reading up. Check it out. The song I remember for pile 2 was Madison Beer, Say It to My Face. And it's carrying the same energy. It's like, just tell me, say it to my face. Like, why are you hiding things, right? You're always asking, because that's the thing, like with that Judge Judy energy, if somebody's not telling you the whole truth, you will know, right? Because you logically put all the pieces together, and if something doesn't fit, you know that there's a lie there, right? It's like, this is not making sense. Like, you're telling me 1, and it's like someone's trying to tell you 3 and 4 make 8, and you're like, no, that doesn't add up, mate. It's like... But I don't know if somebody's getting frustrated with that part of you that's like, I don't know. Do you have this, like, water sign placements can do this, Pisces energy, Cancer energy a little bit as well, and like, it's I have it got like a few people that I'm close to who have a tendency to lie. It's part of the nature, because especially Pisces energy, because they believe it's true. It's like that's not the truth, mate. But like they, people who want to please you or they want to tell you what you want to hear, and they convince themselves that they're telling you the truth. Do you ever deal with people like that, where it's like you see right through it with that kind of like Judge Judy energy of like, if my calculations are correct, something doesn't add up here. I'm seeing a cat. I don't know if somebody has a cat. It could be relevant to somebody. It's kind of like, like when it's mostly white, but it's got kind of like a tortoiseshell pattern on it, like a calico pattern. That could be something for somebody. She jumped to the other side of the fence, which could be interesting because you often sit on the fence, Libra. This is something that's said quite often about Libras. Libra sits on the fence, and it could be that you've taken a side. Right. You burden me with your questions, you'd have me tell no lies. You're always asking what it's all about, but you don't listen to my replies. You say to me I don't talk enough, but when I do, I'm a fool. Those times I've realised I'm going to shoot through and leave you. The things you say, your purple prose just give you away. The things you say, you're unbelievable. You burden me with your problems by telling me more than mine. I'm always so concerned with the way you say you always have to stop. To think of us being one is more than I ever know, but this time I realise I'm going to leave you. This has the energy, like, seemingly lastless, don't mean you can ask us, pushing down the relative, bringing out your higher self. Think of the fine times, pushing down the better few, instead of bringing out the clues to what the world and everything you answer to. Brace yourself with the greatest of ease. I know this world ain't what it seems. Like, this world is not what it seems, Libra, right? Just because you choose happiness, just because you choose things that are pleasant and kind and honorable and surround yourself with them, it doesn't mean you don't see the dark underbelly, right? You just choose to not, to have those boundaries in place and not allow that to get close to you. So this has the energy of somebody who has a lot of work to do, and they don't like you. It's got the energy of somebody who really likes you, right? They're really, really attracted to you, but they want you to be the blonde movie version of Marilyn and not the actual empowered, real version of Marilyn, who, yes, shit happened to her. Yes, she was a victim, but yes, she was also intelligent, and she was also a strategist, and she also, knew like who to keep close to her and who to keep at arm's length. You know what I mean? It's like, who's trying to take your power away here? Who's threatened by your power, Libra? Because it has that energy of like somebody who's really attracted to you, but they have a lot of shadow work to do. And because you're standing in that really high energy of high honor, of right, of truth, they've got nowhere to hide. I had this kind of like dragging the devil out into the light energy. I forgot to mention it, actually. It's one of the quotes from Wuthering Heights. Let me just find it, sorry. Willingness to drag everything cruel and loathsome into the light. So that was a quote about Emily Bronte. It was like people were really uncomfortable by Wuthering Heights because it was so brutal, right? It was so cruel. She really like took the worst parts of human nature and put them on the page, and people didn't want to see it, especially because she didn't just criticize the likes of Heathcliff. She also criticized the likes of the gentry, who were the narrator's voice, the person who's narrating the story. He's kind of like this like dandy guy who's like, a schmoozer, and he says all the wrong things, and he comes through as being really kind of shallow. So yeah, she's really, grabbing hold of everybody's shadow from her time and putting it in the light, and people didn't like it. So some people were really, really uncomfortable with that, especially when they found out a woman wrote it. I've not even finished with my notes here. Cheap thrills by Sia. You're worth more than diamonds, more than gold. Love to see you cry. The sweetest pleasure is pain. Again, going back to that, the person who wants to see you as a victim, they want to see you empowered, because it's like if they can make you cry, it's like they have power over you, Libra. It's really, really low vibrational. It's like because they feel powerless, if they can affect you emotionally and like throw you off balance, it gives them power, right? Take your power back, Libra. Don't deal with this person. The sweetest pleasure is pain. It's gross. And I've got Pisces, Virgo, Scorpio next to that. And then the song that came through as well. And so I kind of asked a question. I was like, what's going on here with this casting the net? All this stuff about like the skirt with the crumbs in the skirt and kind of like, you know, just, you know, like maybe like even like putting a rug out or something, like putting a rug out, airing out the moths, you know, like shaking off your skirt kind of thing. And unbelievably, and I didn't say it out loud, and the song that randomized on Spotify was Short Skirt, Long Jacket by Cake. And this song itself is also about a guy who, he wants the perfect woman, right? He's like imagining, he's like, this is the kind of woman I want. I want it to be like this. I want it to be like that. I want it to be like this. And he's imagining like an impossible woman. But I want to say, Libra, you're a really close fit to it. Let me kind of get my lyrics up for that. Because I was like, oh my goodness, that is so Libra. I think I actually screenshotted some of them. So let me just see. Yeah, I want a girl who stays up late. I want a girl who gets up early. I want a girl with uninterrupted prosperity. And this bit here, I was like, with all those swords, it was like, who uses a machete to cut through red tape with fingernails that shine like justice. Libra, is that not you? And a voice that is like, and a voice that is dark like tinted glass. She's fast and thorough and sharp as a tack. So I don't know, some people are going to love that about you, right? Some people love an empowered woman. Some people want that, but some people want to see you cry, Libra, right? So just be careful. And again, it's something about themselves. It's some part of their own shadow, their own subconscious, their own past that they need to purge out of themselves, and they're just projecting it onto you. So just be careful about that. And then it made me laugh because it says she's changing her name from Kitty to Karen, which really made me laugh because I'm called Karen and I don't like my name because of the Karen meme, and I can be a Karen, right? It's like, I'd rather be called Kitty. I want to be called Cindy. I've actually considered changing my name, like legally, from Karen. So I don't know, it's interesting. She's changing her name from Kitty to Karen. Right, okay. Oh, why are you in your head? Why? What are you worried about, Libra? What are you worrying about? Why have you got fears here? Why have you got anxiety? Why have you got yourself stuck in your own head? Like, your own head is like your own self being stuck as a princess in a castle, right? Princess in a tower, like you being stuck in your own head. Right, what led Libra to this? They want me to go again, I'm sorry, but... Right, hang on, what am I doing here? Your cards are being deaf fussy today. I mean, it's Libra, it's indecisive. I don't know what they want me to do. I'm getting drawn to this deck, but I don't know what kind of spread. I don't know what kind of spread they want me to do. Maybe like, is some of you like models or something? Like you're doing a photo shoot, a photo spread. Yeah, no, I knew it. I knew it. Absolutely knew it. That's the reason why I got this deck out. I was seeing this card. Right, who is this for you, Libra? Who is this person? I don't know if it's a person or an organization. This Emperor energy. This is my Plutonic Emperor. So Emperors are normally Aries, Taurus, but this is like, he carries a lot of Plutonic energy. So Scorpio, or somebody with strong Pluto in the chart, like or strong Scorpio in the chart. It's somebody who has a lot of authority. You know, they are a decision maker. It's kind of like CEO. Traditionally, it's kind of like the CEO card. So it's somebody who has a lot of power. They are very good at what they do. And the Emperor in the upright is somebody who is, you know, they've worked hard to get to where they want to be. You know, they've fought a lot of battles. They've fought their own inner demons. They've been that wounded warrior. They've gone through from being the page to the king in all 4 suits. And he's earned that position. In the reverse, it'd be somebody who got the job because they were best friends with like the guy who was hiring, right? But this is like somebody who kind of giving me like you know, she says in Labyrinth, like, I fought my way here to the Goblin City. It's like, I fought my way here to get this crown. I fought my way here to get this throne, this position. You know, it's like, he's really giving me like, I earned this energy. And it's not you, I want to say, Libra. It's somebody that you're dealing with. But I don't know, are they, it's like, it's got that energy of like, are they a friend or foe? Like, do they want to see you cry, or do they want to empower you? Tell me about the Emperor for Libra. Tell me about the Emperor for Libra. I think this person sees you as your as their wish fulfillment. One way or the other, right? The Star and the Emperor. The Star carries very, very high vibrational energy. Again, with that song, like you know, short skirt, long jacket. It's like, look at a long skirt as well. Do you wear a long skirt? Like, it's like, so it's a really strange energy. It's like, I don't know if this person sees you as a star, or they see you as, it's like they see the potential in you, or they, you know, they've been looking for someone like you and now they found you, or like, you see this about them, like they are your wish fulfillment, they're what you want, or even like you want to be in this person's chair, right? This is your wish. But then the King of Cups in reverse is this person, I swear to God, they're a Scorpio, or they've got Scorpio placements, because the King of Cups in the reverse is low vibrational Scorpio. So it's either somebody who's really overwhelmed by their emotions, and I suddenly feel sick as I'm saying that. It's like, you know, this person who's normally so calm, so tough, so comfortable in who they are, right? But you make them feel like, I'm hearing forest fire, you make them feel like they're losing control. That's what it is. You make them feel like they're losing control emotionally. Because it's like, this is how they see you, right? They see you as divine. They see you as a goddess, right? Or a god. Again, flip it and reverse it if you know, the gender fits a different way around for you. But it's like this, they really have you up on a pedestal, which is actually quite dangerous, because, you know, nobody, I'm saying that you're like a goddess, right, on earth, but I'm that, you know, you, when people put somebody up on a pedestal, like the only way is down, right? You know, it's only going to end in disappointment, because, you know, like the more you get to know a person, the more you start to see their flaws, right? So there's this energy of like falling down. God, that's so interesting though. And I knew it for you, Libra, because again, if you go and watch Pile Two's reading, I think I channeled it. I got a Halsey song, like Hold You Down. Hold You Down by Halsey, where she's talking about a guy in a three-piece, which like is like a three-piece suit, right? I mean, that suit. Yeah, so it's like, I want to see you cry, because I'm used to being in power. I'm used to being in control. You make me feel powerless. You make me feel like I'm losing control of myself. So therefore, if I can make you cry, if I can emotionally manipulate you, because that's what this King of Cups in reverse is emotional manipulation. Like really clever at it as well. You know, emotionally controlling, like sociopath kind of energy. Now, I'm not saying the person's sociopathic. I'm saying it's like that kind of vibe. But it's coming from, but it's becoming from a fear, right? We saw the fear card. It's coming from a fear because they're scared of losing control, right? This is where they're comfortable. In this seat of power, when they're sat in their own power, they're comfortable. When you make them feel overwhelmed or over emotional or out of control emotionally, it scares them. And so anything that they project onto you, you know, Libra's just a dumb blonde, you know, whatever. Libra's a WHORE. It's because it's coming from a place of fear. Okay, it's not even your reading. We're reading about this person now. Okay. I knew I've been haunted by this energy. Tell me about the King of Cups in reverse. Tell me about the King of Cups in reverse. Why is the King of Cups in reverse? What is this? Success. Clarify that for me. I mean, this person's successful, right? This person has a lot. They could be in the limelight in some sort of way. You know, the Emperor often is, you know, the figurehead of a company or something, if you like. A lot of people, you know, a lot of people want to be in that seat, right? A lot of people go to that person with questions. They go to that person with requests. You know, this person is the person in charge of everything. So, you know, it's like if the boss walks into, you know, the boss, maybe they don't always go into the office, but when they come into the office, it's like everybody's like gathering around them. You know, it's like, oh my God, the boss is here. You know, it's that kind of energy of like people flocking to, you know, ask this person things, to cheer them on, to pat them on the back. You know, this is where, you know, they're used to this. They're used to this kind of attention. But maybe that's why this part of them, which is low vibrational, right? It's their shadow. Like, there's a sense of like being in the spotlight. So it could be being in the spotlight is emotionally overwhelming for them. Like their own success. Right? Again, this could be you. Flip it and reverse it if needs be. Seagulls. Seagulls are like the boys who want to go out and have fun. Like the boys who want to go to the beach and have fun and, you know, blow off steam. That's symbolically what they mean for me. It's like if this person's got a position that they dreamt of, if this person's got, you know, they fought their way here to get this position, right? It's the position that they've dreamed of. But they're not used to this success. They're not used to having this kind of attention. That could be what's over emotionally, like that could be what's overwhelming for them. Tell me more about Six of Wands and the King of Cups. Yeah, Star and Eight. Yeah, no, exactly. Like they've worked really hard on this. Really, really. And again, it could be you. Could be you. Especially if you've got strong Scorpio or Aquarius in your chart. Like, it's like, I've worked so hard to achieve my dreams and wishes. I put so much time and effort into this. I did things over and over again. I worked on the shop floor. I, you know, did those menial jobs and menial tasks. And like, I'm really getting, I fought my way here to the Goblin City. Like from Labyrinth, it just keeps on repeating. It's like, I fought my way here. You know, I did what I had to do. You know, I took all the courses that I had to take to get the qualifications to get this job. You know, I worked late, I broke my back, I trained people, you know, I worked hard on things to accomplish things so that I could put that on my CV. And like, I worked so hard to get this dream job, to get this position. And this person this person's probably in the public eye. This person is probably, they have some kind of fame because you've got Six of Wands, star. That is like the spotlight. So even if they're not like a celebrity, even if they're not like publicly famous, but again, it's kind of got CEO energy, so it's like a businessman. It's like Elon Musk or something, right? Probably not Elon Musk, but like it's like that kind of energy of like someone who is well known, well established and well known. And if they're the Emperor, they're all four kings, right? And one of the kings is the King of Cups in the upright. You can't be the Emperor in the upright if you're not also the King of Cups in the upright. So they have been this. They have had emotional control. They have had very, very deep feelings. And I want to say it's deep feelings. But again, this could be you. So flip it and reverse it if needs be. Really deep feelings about what it is that they do. Right? They did not get here by chance. They got here because they were deeply passionate. They cared deeply. Huge emotions wrapped up in whatever it is that they do. But for some reason, that King of Cups is off balance. And again, it could be overwhelm. Again, if this person's just got that job, like, and again, it could be you, remember? If you've just got this kind of all eyes on you kind of energy, it could be making you feel very, very vulnerable, like emotionally very vulnerable, because it's kind of like all of a sudden all your dirty laundry is being aired in public. Do you know this person? Because you're coming at it from, you're coming at it from the other side, I want to say. So do you know this person from a long time ago, right? Did you perhaps grew up with this person, you went to school with this person, and perhaps they've not always been a good person, right? They had learning to do. Again, the Emperor has been, sorry, the kind of off camera. The Emperor has been, he's worked his way through. He's worked his way from being a page of wands, right? A knight of wands, who's kind of like running around spreading his wild seeds, right? He's going to have not always, I mean, everybody's human, right? Everybody has done things that they're ashamed of. Everybody has flaws and things like this. So it could be, I don't know what this person's like now, whether they're, you know, if they've done things in the past, whether they're a good person now or not, whether they've learned from that, or whether they're still, this is kind of emotionally manipulative. They may have a tendency to play with people's emotions to keep them close. Again, I've worked for Scorpios, and you can have high vibrational and low vibrational Scorpios, and that King of Cups in the reverse is a tendency to emotionally manipulate. So just be really, really wary of that. Especially if this is you, and that's your tendency, that's your shadow, be very, very careful with that. Because it is quite a dangerous placement, and I'm not just saying dangerous for other people, it's dangerous for yourself, because it's shadow, right? It's coming from low vibration, and so it's actually a threat to all this good stuff. It's almost like, you know, the kind of person who loses the temper, or, you know, when they get over emotional, could be that as well. I don't know, but it's mostly, it's the main thing that I'm getting is this person could be, again, they've worked really hard to get to a position and they have deep emotions about it, but it's like the scrutiny that comes with that is very emotionally overwhelming, perhaps. What is the Star? Like, the success is a burden. Sorry, you can see my scruffy hair. I've had a shower and my hair's still wet, so it's like proper scruffy. I don't know if you saw me then. Right, success is a burden. Queen, there you are. What's this? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? I don't know. Kind of coming through like an obstacle. Right, the Star, the success, the dream, the wish is a burden. And again, I really get this sense that this person's worked extremely hard to get to where they are, right? And I feel like perhaps they did want power, right? Perhaps they did want a specific job because it meant something to it, but I think it's deeper than that. I want to say you could be an advisor to this person in some sort of way. Look at those stags there as well. You could be an advisor to this person in some sort of way, and you could actually be, you could be this person's lawyer, right? You could be this person's legal secretary, something like that, where you see the burdens very, very clearly, right? You see that this person has so many responsibilities. Like, again, this is a really hard working energy. This is like almost home, almost there, like one more step, two more steps, right? It's like the finish line's in sight in some sort of way, and you're stood there. It's like you're ready to, it's like, you know, like a grand opening where people cut the ribbon, or like, you know, when somebody finishes the race and like you cut the ribbon and like they can pass through. So it's like you've got that kind of feeling to it. It's like, I want to say that you want to help. I want to say that you are coming, you could see that this person is overwhelmed and overburdened, right? I don't think this is a bad person. This is the thing. I don't know what that love to see you cries about, but it's like, maybe you just understand this person, right? You understand this person really well, where it's like, you know, sometimes you know, you can, the people that you love can sometimes act badly, or they can sometimes it's like, you know, the nature. When you truly love someone, when you're really, really close to them, you know the nature, and you know, and this, again, this is part of all of us. When we get really, really stressed, when we get overwhelmed, sometimes the worst parts of ourselves come out. I've snapped at my children, right? And, you know, said things and thought, God, I handled that really, really badly. I wish I'd not been so kind of like brutal with my words there. Again, because I'm Libra, like that's Queen of Swords in the reverse, is to be a bit of a bitch. Everyone has high vibrational and low vibrational versions of themselves. And I feel like you understand this about them, and it's like you can see that they're getting overwhelmed. You can see that they're really struggling under the weight of all their responsibilities, even though, this is a really good thing. So it's like you're advising them, or I want to say you have an intention to make it easier for them, right? You want to help, you want to advise. I don't know what this Two of Pentacles is doing. It's like wibbly wobbly. Like, should I help? Should I not help? Should I speak my truth? Should I not speak my truth? Should I take action? Do I approach this person? Do I not approach this person? Do I take some of the responsibilities off this person? You could be like a PA, like an assistant or something like that. It's like, it has that feeling to it as well. Like, let me take some of these responsibilities. Let me help you. Give me some of those ones. Right? And I'll take care of those for you. But it feels again like this kind of person who wants to do everything themselves, right? It's like, it's making me think of my my Capricorn South Node and Lilith placements. It's that energy of like, I can do it myself. I don't need any help, right? And it's like, even when you do, like, I was talking to my my stepdad about this. He's been going kayaking. He's been going kayaking, and he's been going alone kayaking on open rivers, and I'm like, this does not feel safe. Could you not? And he said he was trying to get out of the kayak one day, and he was really, really stuck in it. He's got quite bad knees, and so he couldn't get out of the kayak. And this man walking past was like, do you need a hand? And he said, no, I'm fine. Like older men are like that. Like, no, I'm fine. I don't need any help. Ooh, I can do it myself. And this man was like, give me your arm. He was like, all right then. It's like sometimes you have to ask twice. I don't know. So, what do I want to ask here? So tell me more about you, because you're showing up here. Tell me more about Libra. Tell me, how does this person see Libra? Libra's coming in trying to help, trying to advise. I don't know if you're this person's child. Like, they can see, right? They draw a lot of strength from your relationship. They really, really do. Like, look at how she's like healing this lion's paw. And again, the lion symbolizes somebody who's a leader. So Leo placement showing up. And she's pulled this, it's not a thorn, it's like a little cog, but she's pulled this cog out of its paw because, it's like the story of like the lion with the thorn in its paw. I feel like this person sees that you are a helper, right? They see that you are supportive. They see that you're kind, right? And possibly this has confused them in some sort of way, because it's like, because this is a lion, right? So the story, like the parable of the lion and the woman, it's like, or like the lion and the mouse as well. It's like, why would this fierce creature with these massive claws and these massive teeth, who, it's a dangerous wild animal, and this person, they are dangerous in a way because they hold so much power, right, and authority, and it could be the sort of person who like, maybe they've got a very like brusque manner, they've got a very business-like manner, they're a bit stone-faced, they're not really overly approachable, because obviously they don't want everybody kind of like running up to them being like, hand out, can I have. So it's like maybe they do also have like strong boundaries to kind of protect themselves, but it's like you've somehow befriended them through your kindness, through helping them, this terrifying boss character. It's like you helped them when they were wounded. I feel like you see it. You see, You see past the facade to the more vulnerable places of this person, and you help. And I think this person, they draw a lot of strength from this this relationship. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It's not coming through as particularly romantic. It's like you help them to build up their confidence. You help them to feel like they're the boss, right? Like, because the strength card is a card about confidence as well, like inner strength. Yeah, you're coming through this kind of supportive role. But what's this Page of Wands? Again, you could be this person's child. Page of Wands is impulsive. They've got a lot of learning to do. It can talk about being sexually inexperienced. Very, very creative energy, but very impulsive. Again, maybe you have that kind of impulsiveness of a child. You know, like if a child sees somebody who's hurt or injured, you know, a lot of the time the children will just want to help. You know, like, you know, they won't even think of the consequences. They won't even think of, like, again, maybe you are a child. Like, it's like, oh, that person's hurt, I'll go and help them. You know, it's like they don't recognize you. They don't. Does that make any sense? It's like, again, if this person's kind of, or you or this person, if they're quite well known, right? It's like I don't know, a celebrity. It's like a celebrity who falls over in the street, right? And they hurt their knee. It's like there might be a lot of people who wouldn't approach because perhaps they, you know, they know who this person is and they know that they've got a lot of power. And it's like, I don't want to get involved in that. I don't want to, you know, it's like, or they're like starstruck or something like that. Where it's like, you know, somebody who doesn't know who they are, right? And I've had this as well, like Curly Watts, if anyone remembers Curly Watts. I was chatting to him once without having a clue who he was, and then somebody told me who he was and I couldn't talk to him anymore. It's like, you know, like kind of stars, because the stars are out twice, right? So starstruck. It's like starstruck, baby starstruck. What's that song? But it's like, if you don't know who that person is, right, and you just see them as another person on the street, it's like, and you see that they're hurt, it's like you just run over and help them and like not expect anything in return as well. So it's like maybe as well, like you know, this person, like if someone does them a favor, they expect a handout from it. It's like, oh, I'll go and help that person because then they'll fund my business. You know, they'll fund my business plan if I go and help them. But there's none of that with you. You just did it because you saw that they needed help and you're a kind person. Maybe. Well, let's question that Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? What's the Page of Wands about? You could also be like a creative, you know, give this person a lot of ideas. I don't know if they think that you want charity off them or something like this. Like, what time are we on? Oh, God, it's over an hour already. I don't know if they think that you're after a handout, like you're being kind because you're after a handout or something. Or, again, with this like mother and child energy. I don't know if they've like closed the door on you in some sort of way as well, or you've closed the door on them with the Queen of Swords, like, and the boundaries. I don't know if there's something where it's like one of you's kind of like pushed the other one away. Tell me about that. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. This is from your side. Page of Cups. Yeah, you're going through this like page energy again. I don't know if you're like a child of this person. You're coming through as really sweet, but very, very naive. You could actually want to apologize for something. Maybe if you were like too impulsive. You know, maybe you want to apologize. This person could have put you out in the cold and you want to apologize to them. It feels like you just want to help. I don't know if this person's got like a bit of a big ego. I don't know what to say about that. I kind of feel like I've said most of everything that needs to be said there. Maybe that's it. Is this person refusing help? They've pushed you away. If this person's pushed you away, why have they pushed you away? And that's soulmate energy. The Lovers and the Six of Cups. I want to say because you're too close. Again, it could be like a children, siblings. This is matters of the heart, a choice of the heart. I mean, that's what on earth? I think because they got overwhelmed, because that's really powerful. That yeah, because you're an equal, you're an emotional equal to this person. Equal emotional give and take. Could be a past life as well. Like the Lover's card is, it can indicate a choice of lover, right? A choice of who you want to be with. Divinely guided. One of the options is divinely guided. The universe has brought you two together because you're actual soulmates. You know, you're everything this person could have wished for. And that's why they pushed you away, because maybe the emotions were just too much for them. I don't know. Oh, the world's a funny place, isn't it? I want to get you an advice card, but what do I want to get it from? I really don't know. I don't feel like the ball... The thing is, I don't feel like the ball is in your court, Libra. I feel like... I don't feel like there's much you can do. You know, this person's... Other than just wait and see what happens. You know, I don't think... And I know that's not very empowering, but it really feels like it's... You feel like you're pretty good, right? Like, you feel like you're high vibrational. You're just trying to help. They feel like they're having a huge wobble. Like, they feel like they're... You know, it's like they don't... It feels a bit like the world's turning upside down for them in some sort of way. Let's go Akashic. Let's go Akashic for your advice. So can we get some... And I also feel cross-watcher energy as well. I don't even feel like I'm necessarily reading for Libra. I feel like this is the person checking out, spying on Libra. Happy birthday, Libra, by the way. I'm going to go out and have some birthday lunch. Up in the air and loving elementals. I love that card. Look how cute this one is. Little baby on it. She's so happy. Okay, up in the air, 18. A man and woman gaze with anticipation at a hot air balloon in the bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon basket are hidden from view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight, but there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. It feels like the ball's not in your court, Libra. I'm sorry, just a shit thing to say, but there is too much about this situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided. Or some events may not have come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push the outcome away. Right? Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter, and time doesn't matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you. For now, and indeed forever, what else do you need? Nothing but trust, deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. And you've got the Three of Roses. Loving elementals, playful fairies and water sprites frolic in the air around a little child. Child, right? They fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. Although many people don't believe in the elementals, nature spirits of all kinds do exist, and they have more power than can be imagined. They live in the elements of earth, air, wind and fire, and they're willing to share the guidance, well-being, and the inspiration of the Akashic records that exist in the natural world. This card is here to tell you that joy will soon be increasing. It also encourages you to remember to have fun. Bring more playfulness to your daily life. Let yourself sing a little and laugh a lot. Call on the elementals to inspire you in this and in other areas. They are a font of fun and upliftment that can expand the joy in your life in great measure. So it's like, I picked up the wrong card. Don't worry, because again, I feel like there's decisions here to be made, and then they're not your decisions to make. So you can't do anything except for with these 2 pages. If you've got kids, go out and have fun with your kids. Fire sign, water sign. If you are, and again, remember your own childlike nature. Don't take life too seriously. Go out and have fun. If this person as well, if this person has a lot of, like, you know, a lot of responsibilities, are really, like, whatever they do in life, you know, it comes with like a lot of weight. Your childlike nature, because what did that quote say? Simpler than a child. Your sweetness, your good nature, your childlike demeanor. I was talking about Marilyn Monroe and how she has that kind of childlike playfulness to her. It could be like a relief to this person, because it could really take them away from, you know, the stresses of their everyday life. So remember to be sweet, remember to be playful. Don't turn into a nag, because that's just going to push this person further and further away, I want to say. And that's not, you know, you do what you want to do, Libra. You're high vibrational, you seem like you're doing amazing, but it depends on what you want from this person, if you want them to be closer to you or if you want to push them away. Because it seems like the more sweet and open and supportive you can be, do you know what, I don't even think it's about you, because I think even if you are, because again, I feel like you're, you know, short skirt and long jacket, you tick all this person's boxes and they can't believe it, you're like a dream come true. So it scares them. With that 9 of Swords, it scares them. So it doesn't matter if you're sweet or mean, it's like they're dealing with their own shadow, their own fears, right? And they're going to do that in their own time. So I hope that's helpful to you. Let's get you a soul to close out this reading. You're unbelievable. Yeah, this person can't believe it, right? Libra. There she goes, the Boo Radleys. There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she blows again, pulsing through my veins, and I just can't contain the feeling that remains. I can't contain the feeling that remains, right? It's like you can't contain the emotions. She calls my name, pulls my train, no one else could feel my pain. Okay, all right, yeah, I don't know what else to say. So I married an axe murderer. Funny. Right, okay, it's that Mike Myers film. Right, take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and just, you know, keep going out and having fun, keep being playful, keep being sweet. There's nothing wrong with your energy, Libra. You seem great, right? You're fine, right? Take care. I'll see you again soon, and check out the pick a card reading if I do put that up. Pile number 2 felt like it could have also been for Libra. So take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye.